Everyone who are here, can I see all the beautiful faces to see whether you're looking good, you're smiling, or you're looking very tired? Can we all have a K? Right. I can see a lot of faces coming in. So maybe if you feel that you are so excited and you're so happy to be here, you can just raise your hand, do something like this, just to see that you all are active. Some I think just got up from your bed. Is it? You're not showing your video. All right, so that all of us are on the same page. Thank you so much for joining us. And it's an historic event for ASEC. I would say this very much, and I know I can see a lot of big smile on the faces of Dr. Ben and Dr. Dennison because they're seeing a lot of young people here today, the future generation. If you believe that you are the future generation, raise your thumb. Right. Okay. Yes.
All ones also, James. We live for a while.
We are always there, Dr. Dennison. So thank you so much once again for being with us here. It's a great time of learning. I believe that all of us are here have come for a common good, to share ideas, to learn from one another, and also to build connection, to understand what is ASEC and what is social solidarity economy. You will be able to know this, and we have 4 extraordinary young people with us who will be sharing their grassroots stories. And we have the founder and the co-founder, which is who are Dr. Ben and also Dennison J. Surya and all the team of ASEC members. Some of us are here. So again, I want to officially welcome all of you. Greetings from Malaysia, and welcome to this extraordinary and outstanding dialogue on youth engagement in social solidarity economy, hosted by ASEAN Solidarity Economic Council and co-hosted by the Malaysian CSO SDG Alliance, Bishop Dennis Ng Victory Ministries Foundation Ltd, Hong Kong, leads from Sri Lanka, Parinama, India, and YKPM, Malaysia, and also Gabatma from Indonesia. So ASEC is a network of practitioners of academics in 14 Asian countries committed to an alternative economy and community building. So today we will be introduced to some outstanding SEC grassroots initiative that promotes social inclusion, builds cohesion, and alternative grassroots economy, and strengthen grassroots democracy. So now, without further ado, I would like to invite the man behind this movement. He's also the founder of ASEC. And let's put our hands together, or just show the thumb ups, and let's welcome Dr. Ben, Dr. Benjamin Quinones. Dr. Ben, over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Good morning to everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day today. It is really a privilege and honor for me to be invited to be part of this assembly of young people because I remember my young days whenever I am with young people. And one of the things that I could remember in my young days was the commitment, to do something good for the people. When I was studying at the University of the Philippines, my first exposure to community engagement was when we had this requirement by the school to render community work. So I was assigned, to a garbage dump in order to help these garbage pickers. And we were, about 5 students who were assigned to that area. And what they needed was paper, because they make this paper into, a pack, which they sell for about 15 cents at that time. to fish vendors, meat vendors, and they use this, for packing their stuff. Now, many things I have learned, from that exposure. The first is that people, they find ways. They find ways to make a living, and they don't want, charity. What they want is dignified employment, dignified labor, dignified business, where they can be proud that they earn their money in an honest way to be able to support their family. That's really it had really a big impact on me because that's the first time that I was really exposed, to poor people, and they were, very lively. They were not miserable, talking about what's happening in their lives. In fact, they were doing their jobs in a very jolly and fun way. The second lesson I have learned from them is that, cooperation, solidarity was natural for them. So they help each other, they work together, they eat together, and that really, gave me a lot of perspective on how these people are able, to overcome their conditions, difficult conditions, while at the same time, they help and share with each other. The third lesson I learned is that, they develop relations with the buyers, with the buyers of their goods. So they are very nice, to the fish vendors, the meat vendors, the vegetable vendors, because they're the ones who buy their products. So one of the things that they lacked was the raw materials. And what we did as young, students, we went to government offices and asked, for the scratch paper. Yeah? And what we did also was to introduce the young people, the youth. We brought them to the offices, introduced them to the officers in the um, offices, and they got the courage, to go back and look for help. So there is really, future. Really, the future belongs to the youth, because once they're able to understand what it is to lift up the socioeconomic status of their families, of their neighbors, of their community, they get engaged. They become, the force that links, the old and the young. So today I am very happy, that you are here, and we look forward to hearing the testimonies, the case studies that will be shared by our young entrepreneurs in a while. Thank you very much, and I expect that a very fruitful and very lot of fun of discussion this morning. Thank you. Over to you, James.
Thank you, Dr. Ben, for very inspiring sharing. And rightly, you have said the future belongs to the young people. So all those of us who are young, the future belongs to us, and also those who are younger than us. Of course, you are the people who are going to move this movement, this agenda forward. And we have a lot of exciting things happening in ASEC, and we would be able to introduce that to you when you come on board or when you join us and be part of us, and we will grow this movement together. And before we move to the project discussions and so forth, dialogue, I would like each and every one of you to put it on your chat, put it on the chat box, your name, the name of your organization, your country, so that we would be able to engage with you continuously. And you have any questions, please, put it on the chat box as well, your questions, so that we want to have a continuous engagement. You do not want a one-way kind of a discussion. We want to have a robust and a very lively discussion. So please be active, ask questions, put your questions on the box, and we will see, and we will learn best, and we will learn it together. Thank you, and thank you, Dr. Ben, once again. And I would like to invite the moderator for today, and she's Prof. Dr. Michelle Hey-Yam Shum. She's the assistant professor in the Department of Social Work at Hong Kong Baptist University. And she's an experienced registered social worker who has wide exposure to a range of social work practices. Her research incorporates legal and institutional analysis into studies of social policy, governance, non-profit organization, youth work, and macro social work practice. Wow, that's very interesting, Dr. Michelle, background that you have. And so she is our moderator, and she will take on the session from now. Over to you, Prof. Thank you.
Thank you, James, for the introduction.